How are you everyone? Today we are going to know about the Wheatstone bridge. A Wheatstone bridge is an electrical circuit used to measure an unknown electrical resistance by balancing two legs of a bridge circuit. So it means if we have to find the unknown electrical resistance, so we can find it by using the method of Wheatstone bridge. One leg of which include unknown component. Okay, so it means we know the value of one leg and the resistance of other leg is unknown for us. The primary benefit of the circuit is its ability to provide extremely accurate measurement. Due to it means in the Wheatstone bridge we can calculate the accurate value of the resistance. Its operation is similar to original potentiometer. It was invented by Samuel Hunter Christie in 1833 and improved and popularized by Sir Charles Wheatstone in 1843. So it is invented from the potentiometer and it was invented by Samuel Hunter Christie, but it was popularized by Wheatstone, so that's why we called him Wheatstone bridge. Its initial use was for soils analysis and comparison to comparison the different soil and to analyze their compositions and various qualities. Now its principle, it states that if P upon Q equal R upon S, then no electricity will flow through the galvanometer. If Ig equal 0, it means Ig means the electricity which will flow from this galvanometer. Now let us see in this Wheatstone bridge. This is the cell, and by cell the electricity flow from this direction. So we can see that this is point A, point B, point C and point D. So if electricity will flow from A to point D, then we will call it I1, and this is resistance Q, this is resistance P, this is R and this is S. It means its value will not fix, it can change. So this is galvanometer and the switch and the circuit is not working right now, it's closed for this line. So if I1 will go there, then I2 will move in this direction and Ig will move in this direction. Here the current which will flow in through the P resistance, which it will known as I3, and then Ix mean I3 plus Ig, and then the current will come out from this direction. Here suppose that this is unknown resistance or this or this or this, so we can find the value of these unknown resistance from here. So the current which will flow through this is known as I, and there will also be I. Now here let us see I1 equal to I2 and I3 equal to Ix. So potential difference at D point equal to potential difference in B point. So we can write VDC upon VAD equal VVC upon VAV. So we can write I2S upon I1Q equal IXR upon I3P, which is equal to R equal SP upon Q. Now if we see this by Kirchhoff's rule first, so we have to first take the loop in the Wheatstone bridge. After that I3 minus Ix plus Ig will be equal to 0. I1 minus I2 minus Ig will be equal to 0. By Kirchhoff's second rule, I3 into P minus Ig into G minus I1 into R will equal to 0, and Ix into R minus I2 into S minus Ig into G will be equal to 0. When Ig will be 0, I3 dot P will be equal to I1 Q and IXR will be equal to I2S. So these are our first and second equation. By dividing equation 1 by equation 2, we get R equal S into I2 into I3 into P upon I1 into I2 into Q. So we can write R equal PS upon Q, as I1 equal to I2 and I3 equal to IX. So that's why I1 is equal to I2, so they cancel out with each other. Ix equal to I3, so they will also cancel out each other. This is Ix. Thank you. I hope you liked this video. So whether by Kirchhoff's rule or general rule, R will be equal to PS upon Q. This is same in both derivation. Thank you.